we might as well just segue into that then. So the new track is awesome, and you are
Thank you.
100% right that there is like, this is, for me personally, I think where we use like the best song you've done since 2. It's a really, really strong song, and you're right. Like there's an energy that comes from here that's like, one thing I took from that song was your vocal approach. It sounds really different to anything you've done in the past. It sounds really good. So was that an intention that you had to approach that differently vocally?
I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just automatic.
Right.
Um, I, I just it when I'm writing lyrics to music, I'm sort of listening internally, like what it's making me feel, like what's it saying, like what do I want to answer to this music that I'm hearing, and I wrote that riff. I just got a new amp and I was loving the sound of it. I was in my studio and I was playing with it. I'm like, wow, this sounds so fucking good and heavy. And I just started playing this riff, and then I recorded it and I just listened back to it. And I was like, man, this was just me testing this amp, but I'm feeling something here, and it just sort of spilled out. And then once I took it to the rest of the guys and we started fleshing it out, it is when it really got unlocked, and everything just started just retching out of me like, wow. And it's just one of those songs. A lot of the songs on this new album came very naturally and very organically, and most of them pretty easy. Also, the approach, I think, was part of the equation. Me deciding to go back to the way that I used to write on the first 2 records, which was just conscious stream of thought. Like, here it is. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm feeling right now, and I don't care how I say it or how it sounds. I'm just going to put it out there, and here it is. And the other part of that equation is the guys in the band. We're on the same page creatively. We're trying to do the things that we know that we're good at doing, while also trying to innovate it a little bit and add something, little new things, little Easter eggs to it still, that that people may not necessarily notice or recognize, but they're hearing it and they don't realize that they're hearing it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the big difference on this record versus really any of the records before this. I'm with you. Like, 2 was probably my personal favorite. I mean, the first record is always kind of like your first love, right?
Yeah.
And there's some great songs on that. But like I said, we didn't really know what we were doing. We kind of just were going along with and learning, and 2 came along and we knew a little something. And on this new album, we come with a lot of experience, a lot of background. We come with knowing what our identity is. We come with not being afraid to just go where we go with things, and trusting that it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. And that's what we did differently on this record than the other ones. And I think for that reason, this record by far and away tops my most favorite record that we've done, which is 2. Like, it's really, objectively speaking, like, this is a record that if I hadn't heard it a million times already myself, I would listen to a million times.
Yeah.
It's that kind of record that just hits you deep, and it's catchy, and it's just got all of the elements, I feel like, that for me as a fan of music that I looked for and searched for, and those records, as we know, are few far in between.